Yo, what's going on everyone? Guiding Light here back with another quick first descendant guide. And in this one, I'm going to show you guys the best methods so that you guys can get the best weapons, components, and reactors in case you guys are struggling to deal damage to enemies. I know some of the bosses, once you get higher up in level, can be quite challenging, and you're going to need to get higher level gear, higher level items in order to actually take down some of these bosses and maybe even to complete some of the missions. So in this video, very quickly, I'm going to talk to you guys about all of the best methods that you can use to actually get the best loot possible. So after level 40, you're probably wondering how it is you're going to start to get higher level drops because of the fact that there's still higher level enemies past level 40. Now, as you can see here, I've started to get level 60 drops, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how this looting system works, at least until you get to the end game. So once you guys unlock all of the regions, this may change, but for now, this is the best way and the only way to get stuff that's the highest level possible for your character. Now, it doesn't matter which descendant you use and for this method, you can use whichever one you want, but keep in mind if you're going into higher level missions with a really low level descendant, you're going to take much more damage than everybody else in there that's on level for the mission, so it may be harder to complete. But if you want to get XP, level up the descendant, and farm at the same time for drops, you actually can do that. So if you take a look here at all of the different regions, you're going to remember we start out at Kingston, and then you can progress further and further, and as you go, each area is going to get harder. Now, if you guys just want to go for certain weapons types, you can go and look for these blue missions, and you're going to notice they all will drop certain weapon types. Now, this is a decent way to get some loot if you want to get some higher level stuff, but it's not going to give you the highest stuff possible. But if you're just searching for like a specific machine gun or something like that, you can go and run those missions. Now, if you want to just get the absolute highest stuff possible for your rank, you're going to want to come into Albion. You're going to know this. There's these two globes here in the center. Go to the one on the left, and you're going to find these infiltrator missions. Now you're going to find the whatever region you're the highest in. Now for me right now, the highest region at the time of making this video at least is White Knight Gulch. So you want to come into these missions here. Now you'll see that in this one, we're going to get level 55 drops, and that's the level that the enemies are going to be as well. But if you take a look at the one that's even further up, this one will be level 65 and the enemies will be level 65 as well. So whatever the highest level mission you have unlocked for these infiltrator labs are the ones that you're going to want to run in order to get the best loot. So very quickly, I'm going to jump into this activity. I'm going to show you guys why it's the best way to get the highest level loot. Now, if you guys don't have this specific infiltrator mission unlocked, like I said, guys, whatever the highest region you have is, go into that highest region, take a look at the two missions that are available, and just make sure you start up whichever one is the highest. Now, doing this mission will grant you access to the highest level enemies that you can fight for your level, and for this reason it will drop the highest level rewards. Now it's not going to be a consistent every single drop is going to be higher rank and you're just going to power level up, but if you're just trying to get higher level loot, this is the only way that you're going to be able to do it. So you will have to run this mission a few times over back to back. Every time you run it though, you're going to have higher and higher chances of getting better drops. Now, you may have to go through 3-4 times before you find that one weapon or that one piece of gear that's considerably higher than something you have. It really just depends on how high level your guns are at the time of you starting this process. Now, for me, I've done every single other mission in the game at this point besides one of the bosses, and I'm sort of capped out right now on weapon damage. So I've been running these missions trying to get higher level weapons so that I can go back into the boss. Now, if you guys aren't in the same position as me, maybe you haven't done every single quest, every single mission, this may actually be a little bit faster for you. Might not take you as long to find some of those higher level drops. But as you can see, as we're starting to kill these enemies, every 3 or 4 enemies or so, or basically every horde that you kill, you're going to get a considerable amount of drops. Now, other missions will drop tons of loot, but it's not going to be on this level. And also, you're not going to get it as often and as easy where the enemies are just constantly spawning at you. Now, that being said, guys, this could be hard for you at your rank if you guys try to do the highest one, and that's why you may want to go in with your highest level 40 descendant. I went in with a secondary descendant because I'm trying to get it to max rank, so I could kind of just grind two things at the same time. But to be fair, it definitely made it harder on my team to try to get the mission completed as I was getting one hit by a lot of the enemies towards the final boss fight. So as of right now, this is the best way to get higher level weapons, reactors, and components for your descendant. Now, once you guys have unlocked every single region in the game, you've defeated all of the different bosses, this method may change. I'll probably make another guide talking about how to get higher level stuff towards the super end game. But since most people are starting out right now, I wanted to show you guys the best method on how you're going to gear up towards the beginning of the game and towards the middle end game when you have to go and start hunting down bosses. So hopefully this does help you guys out. If you need any more help with the game, be sure to check out the channel. I've been making tons of guides along the way, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.